USA versus China. Which country has a better investment opportunity to make good returns in a longer term? To get this answer, let's analyze some important information and understand their future plans in a very short and simple way. So USA's economy roughly around $29 trillion and it is growing at the rate of 2.5 to 2.8% annually. However, on the other side, China's economy is still $19 trillion, but it is going still at a 5% annual growth. So here the China's economy is growing better than the USA economy. But if we'll drill down in depth, so we'll find that USA's economy's growth is majorly coming from its service sector, roughly around 80%, whereas IT is the major contributor. However, on the China side, its economy is majorly contributed from the industrial and manufacturing sector, which is roughly around 35%. So it clearly indicates that USA is dominant by its IT sector, whereas the China is dominant by its manufacturing sector in the world. So now let's try to understand what are their future goals. So USA is trying to increase its manufacturing activities using its technological advancement as well as innovations. However, China is trying to advance its technology so that it can upgrade its manufacturing sector. But both the countries had some good strengths and weaknesses. Like USA still had a good connection with the world in terms of trade and treaties, but it cannot provide low-cost supply to the world. On the flip side, China has a good advantage of its positioning by providing low-cost supply to the world, but it doesn't have a good negotiation power with the world. So it clearly tells that for the future growth, they have to now bring technological revolutions over industrial revolutions. So in our opinion, investing in USA is similar like growth and value investing, where return on investments margins are very high, but it is trailing at the PE of 30. So the valuations are very high. On the other side, China's economical investment is kind of a value investing, where there is a high growth of volume, like GDP is growing 5% still. But the best part is that the valuations are very low, the PE trailing at around 13% approx. So as an investor, you have to decide whether you are a growth investor or a value investor. According to that, you can select the countries and you can make the investments. As of now, in India, there are so many mutual fund companies offering international investments. However, there are very few AMCs who has shown a very good track record of performances. So we like pretty much Edelweiss funds. They have both investment opportunities in the USA as well as the China market. So for the USA investment, Edelweiss has a fund, Edelweiss US Technology Fund, which has delivered 24% returns since its launch. And for the China, they have a Edelweiss Greater China Fund, but in the last 1 year, it has given a returns more than 30%.